show too. If you're not having a good time, but if you're not having a good time, you're wasting your time. You say that every night.
Relationships and situationships and all things. Thank you so much.
Big Daddy Yum Yum, 265 gallons of pure milk chocolate. And you are watching the social.
Right. Once again, it's on. I got my boy, Mr. Greg Powell, in the building. What's going on, G?
Oh, nothing much. We are gearing up for Martin Luther King Day this Monday. So I'm excited about what we've got coming up.
All right, man. So, you've already been on the on the platform before, man. So, we all about business here, man, and we do appreciate you, for supporting Social Ghosts and everything that we've done together, in the past and what we're continuing to do, man. So, once again, like I said, we are here for a purpose. Man, we want to talk about, the tours that's going on this week, man. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so this year we actually teamed up with the Shreveport Bossier African American Chamber of Commerce. In the past, with SB Rides, we have done Black History bike rides. Generally speaking, bike season is not during November, December, January, and February. Those are probably our worst months to ride. And we've ridden in the past, but this year we're actually going to be doing a bus tour where we're going to have opportunity to pass by significant sites that Martin Luther King Jr. actually spoke at or frequented when he was not speaking.
All right, man. So how did it all come about? I know you're teaming with a lot of people, man. You want to kind of speak on people that's kind of...
Well, I think over the years, and SB Rides is going on 6 years in operation now. When we first started out, we were pretty much doing bike parties and things of that nature. But we've added some historic tours. We've added basically bike rentals for people that want to ride on the parkway. And so I think when Martin Luther King Dream Fest was an idea that the chamber came up with, and they wanted to add some tours, and my name came up as someone who might be interested in hosting the tours, which of course, when they reached out to me, I was, and I thought it was perfect because I know everybody's not going to be able to ride a bike, but anyone can hop on a bus. So it opens up an opportunity for everyone to experience the historic sites in downtown Shreveport. So you don't have to be able to ride a bike. All you have to do is be able to get on a sport train, city bus, and experience a tour where Martin Luther King Jr. Had been to Shreveport, and he's been to Shreveport multiple times. So I'm excited to give the history that I have and also hear from the people that are going to go on the tour and experience the tour and talk about their experiences and their knowledge of Martin Luther King Jr.
All right, man. So that term, Black History. Okay, and that's the headliner of this, of the bus tours. What does Black History mean to you?
Well, Black history is our history, and the thing about one of my mentors told me was it was very important to learn our history, understand our history, and vet it for accuracy. We have to tell our stories. If we don't tell the stories, then somebody else will. And when someone else tells the story, they're not going to have nearly the perspective that you have. I know there are other tour guides out in the city, but I pride myself on being accurate and being able to tell stories that maybe don't get as much highlighting as other stories do. We've all heard about Martin Luther King Jr., but many people don't know he came to Shreveport. A lot of times you hear about his experience at Galilee Baptist Church, but you may not have heard much about the time he spent at Little Union. And so I wanted to try to, through my research, highlight as much of the history as I can.
All right, man. And once again, like I say, you did mention in the beginning, man, you've been doing this for 6 years strong, and we haven't seen anyone else, actually doing this in this area. And I'd like to commend you, man, and really, give your flowers, man. Like the things you do and the things that you're actually opening us up to is awesome. And you are Black history in my eyes. When we talk about Black history, man, we're looking at it right here.
100%. There's a lot of legacy here in Shreveport. Shreveport is like one big family. And so when I'm telling these stories about Martin Luther King, I'm also telling somebody else's story as well. So it's not just my story or Martin Luther King Jr.'s story. We're actually telling our own stories. And that's the thing about taking a history tour. It's not just me talking. It's going to be an interactive thing. And so I wanted to make sure I'm giving everyone an opportunity to be heard and give pieces and tidbits of information. That's the value of these historic tours. You get a chance to hear other people's stories, and everyone is going to have value. Even a little kid that may have been learning about Martin Luther King, or a child that has done a report on Martin Luther King Jr. may have some information that I haven't heard through their own research. And that's why it's important for us to come together and discuss our history.
Okay. So, I pulled up on the screen the 318 MLK, the 318 MLK Dream Fest, the list of activities going on, which some of them already occurred. So, as far as the bus tour is actually happening on tomorrow, and what's the preferred method of contact if someone actually want to get on this tour?
The preferred method would be probably Facebook. There are multiple Facebook events out there that will get you to the link, but if you have to, you can text me and I will forward you the link immediately. So if you need to call me or text, I prefer a text, but if you have to get a hold of me, I will reach back right back with you and get you registered. Everybody's registering online. There are two tours. There's a 9 a.m. and then there's a noon tour. It's showing 3:00. The 3:00 tour has not opened up yet. If it does open up, I will forward that information to everybody. But as of right now, we just have the two, the 9 a.m. and the 12 p.m. tour. Okay. And the tour should last about an hour. We have 7 stops that we're going to take everyone on. And I don't want to let the cat out the bag as far as what those spots are. But we will be going by the Old Galilee Church. We will also be going by Little Union. But that's all you're going to get. You're going to have to come on a tour to see the rest of the tour stops.
Okay, and for those that are interested, I don't know if you maybe already addressed this. Is there a cost in
No, it's free. It's totally free. The Sport Tran is one of our sponsors. The Shreveport Bossier Black Chamber of Commerce, African American Chamber of Commerce are the sponsors. It is totally free, and I will be your host. I will be your guide, and you don't have to ride a bike. The weather's going to be cold, but we have a beautiful Sport Tram bus that's going to provide the transportation so we can get to the locations. If it's not too cold and people want to get out and take pictures, they'll have the opportunity to take pictures, and we will have plenty of surprises along the way.
Okay, and for those who may not know, also with going on the tour, what are the do's and the don'ts? Can you bring refreshments? I mean, what can
Oh
you
yeah,
do and
you
what you can't do? Okay.
we're gonna be on a city bus. It's gonna be relaxed. We're not at school. We're not at church. We are just having a good time dialoguing about Martin Luther King Jr.'s life, legacy, and the time that he spent in Shreveport. So be comfortable, dress comfortable. You do not have to dress up. Be as comfortable as possible. Bring your kids. If your parents want to go, come. I would love to have some elders as well as some youth on this bus tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you've got a history teacher or a history class, or if your basketball team or track team wants to come out and just do something celebrating the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., that is what we want tomorrow.
Okay, and for those that are watching, now you said there will be several stops. Is that the number or
Seven. There's
okay?
going to be seven stops, but
Okay.
I didn't want to. I'm not going to say all of the stops, but there will be seven stops, and I gave you two of them, so there's five more stops that we will be making, places that Martin Luther King Jr. has gone to in Shreveport, Louisiana, and they're all in the downtown, in the general downtown area. So we won't be going very far, because the places that Martin Luther King Jr. did go when he was in Shreveport were all in a specific space within the like the downtown area.
Okay. And for these locations, these would these be considered historic sites that he went to, or sites that are actually still? I know I'm not trying to get you to tell us what you're doing, but as far as like the different locations, or some of the locations are locations that
Some
are
of
still actually
them
open.
are some of the sites that we will go by are actually landmarked as historic sites. Some of the spots that we're going to stop by are not registered as historic sites, but are sites that we know he experienced.
All right, man. Y'all heard it here first, man. Once again, Mr. Powell, we appreciate you. You know, make sure y'all get him for the bike rides. You see his IG on there at SB Rides. Is there any other preferred methods of contact for you for rides?
I mean, that's it. You've got my phone number and you've got my Instagram. If you're looking for SB rides, all you have to do is Google bicycle tours in Shreveport. We are not hard to find at all, and we can create a unique experience for anyone and everyone 12 years old and up. 12 years old and up, we will get you rolling. If you don't know how to ride a bike, I'm a certified safety bicycle instructor. It'll take about 15 to 20 minutes for me to teach an adult that's not afraid how to ride a bike. But I would prefer to do that before you book a bike ride, and not at during the bike ride that you've booked yourself. So hopefully, if anyone needs bicycle training or safety training, I would love to come out and teach bicycle safety to youth groups or whomever may want to learn how to ride a bike. Uh, but you can Google SB Rides Bicycle Tours. We're not hard to find at all.
All right, man. Like I said, we really appreciate you, man. I like I said, this is Shady Will, man. You are tuned in to What's Up Shreveport. And we getting up out of here, man. We go holla.
All right, appreciate it. You have a good one.